I'm Chief Meteorologist Sullins with a look at your most accurate forecast. We are in for a hot end to the week. 97 our high today, tomorrow almost as hot, staying dry and picking up some breezes in the valley too. A cool down is on the way, but it looks like we're going to have to wait until this next storm system gets a little bit closer. Here it is now. It's going to be affecting California, bringing some rain through the Sierras and snow as well in some of the highest elevations as we head into the weekend. It passes a little bit too far to the north to see any rain here in the valley, but we will pick up the breezes and we will drop temperatures just a little bit for Saturday and Sunday before an even bigger cool down arrives early next week. So let's take you hour by hour through tomorrow. Mostly sunny skies, 67 at 6 a.m., mid 80s by 10, a nice morning in the valley, but by noon we're already going to be in the 90s. Mid 90s for the afternoon forecast, hot and breezy here in the valley. Tomorrow gust near 20 miles per hour. By Saturday we'll pick them up to 25. Sunday back down to those 20 mile per hour gusts, so lighter breezes in our Sunday forecast. Then Monday winds really crank up, and it's the next cold front coming in on Monday that's going to make things pretty windy and finally knock us out of the 90s here in Phoenix. We're also going to see some cooler air over the weekend up in the high country as well. Sedona tomorrow at 83 before dropping into the upper 70s Saturday and Sunday. Flagstaff will drop from 67 down to 61 on Saturday, and Prescott going from the mid 70s to the low 70s over the weekend. Here's a closer look elsewhere around the state, from the valley down to the south tomorrow. Highs in the 90s, and all the spots out to the west in the 90s too. 92 at Lake Havasu and in Quartzsite, 90 degrees up in Bullhead City, and temperatures right around the mid to upper 70s in Prescott and Payson tomorrow afternoon. That'll be after an early morning start in the 40s up there. Sedona also bottoming out in the 40s overnight, and temperatures in the 30s for Flagstaff and Window Rock, even the Grand Canyon. In fact, the south rim of the Grand Canyon, really one of the only spots around our state that will be freezing in the overnight hours. Here's a closer look at the valley. Lows tonight for us in the 60s. Carefree tomorrow only hitting 88 degrees. The rest of our north and east valley spots in the low to mid 90s tomorrow afternoon, and it's the same story in the west valley too. In fact, Avondale, Glendale, and Levine all expected to top out at 95 degrees for tomorrow. The UV index running pretty high too. In fact, a 9, very high on the scale. 15 minutes to burn when this is peaking at a 9 in the late morning and early afternoon. So that's the time you need to make sure you have sunscreen on if you're going to be outside. The UV index peaks a couple of hours before the heat does. So it peaks around 1. Our hottest temperatures are going to be right around 3 or 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, and 96 will be our high here in Phoenix before we see that drop off into the low 90s Saturday and Sunday. Monday again looks windy. We'll fall down to 84, then get even cooler on Tuesday. 81 for our high in Phoenix, with those highs staying in the low to mid 80s for the rest of next week too.